Odyssey to Dominion.
Chapter 11. Archemidia. As they continue their walk, they see Archemidia, the city of knowledge. The empty land Nitre's clones remodeled to make the archive tower 400 years ago. Emma is shocked.
I thought only a tower was to be here. How is there a city?
Nitre is also surprised.
According to my clone's memory, there wasn't a city here. Let me check something.
Nitre activates information magic, appraisal, and scans the city.
It seems to have been founded just 10 years since I was sealed. I guess refugees came here and established themselves.
Nitre keeps looking at the city as screens pop up around it with its history.
That girl kidnapped my automata.
Era takes a few steps back so Nitre wouldn't ask her. She knew who did it, and she was lured into doing it. Emma is confused.
Which girl?
Nitre turns to Emma.
Isa.
Emma taps her chin.
The girl who devoted her life to research for you.
Nitre grumbles.
Yeah, luckily she only took the automata and left the golems behind. Why did she take them though?
She looks at Era. Era's thoughts.
Sorry, Big Sis.
And she speaks.
Big Sis Isa wanted to learn to make your level of automata. You have the highest level of automata creation, so it seemed logical to borrow yours.
She gives a bright smile. Nitre tilts her head.
And she baited you with cake?
Era pleads with Nitre.
You have to understand the cake was delicious. I tasted it once and was hooked.
She said while drooling. Emma's thoughts.
That cake must have been very delicious to make her drool, from remembering the taste alone.
Emma looked around the forest, her eyes scanning the vibrant colors of the plants and the animals that had started to gather around her. Emma sighs.
I have to go back now.
Emma turns to Nitre and Era.
Sigh. My presence here is causing the environment to mutate. Look at those plants over there. They have started to grow at an accelerated rate. I can sense the birth of dryads in the area. It's a sign that I need to leave now.
Nitre nodded, understanding the gravity of the situation.
Thank you for coming, Emma. We'll see you again soon.
With a nod, Emma disappears, leaving the forest as it is before. Nitre and Era take to the skies, heading south to the city, Archemidia, a country that was under the authority of the sages. It was once just the archive tower and a few cottages, but now it is a flourishing kingdom with a population of over 3,700,000 and has advanced to the industrial era since there were factories making mass-produced goods. The reason for this prosperity is because the golems and automata created by Nitre 400 years ago defends the city from attacks. However, they only protect the tower, not the people. So, the sages built a short brick wall all the way to the city walls, connecting the tower to the city walls. This makes the golems acknowledge the entire city as the tower. This move ensures the safety of the city's inhabitants, and the golems always stay outside the city walls since they are too big to fit in the narrow streets. The automata, on the other hand, were human-sized and had intelligence. Those left could communicate with the sages, but mostly ignored them since their master allowed them to stay. If anyone with a bad intention towards the city, tower, was noticed, the golems would crush them before they got to the city gates. Nitre marvels at the sight of the golems, some of which were shaped like mages, knights, kings, and almost like chess pieces. They were enormous, with the smallest being about 40 meters tall and the largest nearly 80 meters tall. Nitre's thoughts.
My clones went all out to make them. They tried to copy the golem set, but since I see no such connection among the golems, I think that failed. It was a long shot to try and remake the golem set.
Nitre's clones had created them to defend the tower, and they were doing an excellent job at that. The automata were subtle, but no less impressive. They were like a hive mind, all connected to each other and their master. They are intelligent and could do many things on their own. Nitre observes them from a distance. She is pleased to see that her creations have served their purpose well, and that her knowledge have been put to good use. She feels a sense of pride in the kingdom that has flourished under her knowledge. The city of Archemidia is is a shining example of what could be accomplished with knowledge and determination. The golems and automata are a testament to Nitree's skill as a creator, and the sages were a testament to her wisdom as a teacher. As Nitree looks out over the city, she knew that she had found a home among the people of Archemidia because of their desire for knowledge. That feeling is short-lived. The duo approaches the city as they see the city gates to be almost empty. People mostly arrive by airships or aircrafts, teletrains, and flying carriages. The city surprisingly has thin walls since they didn't seem to care about safety. After all, constructs of level 700 and above protected the city. Even gods couldn't sneak into the city. Nitree notices the current leader of the sages, standing on the 25th floor out of the 60 floors of the archive tower. He is a young, handsome man, and he is speaking to an older sage. Nitree is surprised when the young sage leader, standing on the 25th floor, greets her with a light voice.
Welcome back, Master Nitree.
Nitree has never spoken with the sages, but she knew they had been keeping tabs on her. The sage leader then turns to an older sage.
We need to prepare for Master Nitree's arrival. We cannot afford to lose her so soon. We might learn new things from her.
The older sage nods in agreement, and they begin discussing the details of how to welcome Nitree back. The sages knew that Master Nitree was not one for big parties or fanfare from records, so he suggested that they welcome her with a small entourage of sages dressed in casual clothes. He reasoned that if they made a big show of it, Master Nitree might feel overwhelmed and leave again. The older sage agrees with the plan, but he added, "We must also show her that we have continued her work in her absence. We have made great strides in our pursuit of knowledge and innovation, and we must demonstrate that to her." The sage leader nods in agreement, and they continue their preparations. Nitree is still flying towards the city gates, but the sages are already making plans to welcome her back and show her the progress they had made in her absence. Nitree is curious.
The sage noticed me?
Aira turns to Nitree.
What?
Nitree tilts her head.
We seem to be in his line of sight. That's why he noticed us.
Aira chuckles.
Ha 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 ha. Well, we aren't exactly blending in.
Nitree laughs.
Ha 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 ha. Yeah, let's slow down. They seem to be up to something.
Aira flies upside down.
What if it's a party? Mom. Mom.
Aira stops and looks around.
Where did she go?
Nitree speaks from behind her.
Then I'll disappear like this.
Nitree appears behind Aira, spooking her. Aira yelps as Nitree holds her up. Aira is flustered.
Mom. You didn't have to do that.
Nitree laughs.
Ha 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 ha. You should be on guard more often.
Aira pouts as they continue to Archemidia. Some of the golems' eyes glow, turn to look at Nitree. Nitree looks at them as they send information to her about their report thus far. Nitree quickly reads the screens or reports before her in moments.
So, demons and wild beasts have made 187 attempts to attack my tower. Well, the city. Those guys have got guts to attack my tower. Though I'm sure they didn't know it was mine.
Aira still pouts.
But didn't you nearly cause the extinction of the beasts and demons on this world?
Nitree smiles wryly.
No, extinction is a bit too extreme for me. I culled their numbers down to dozens of them.
Aira looks at Nitree.
And they launched revenge attacks.
They are stronger than humans, so it was expected. 400 years should be enough to get the numbers up again. At least enough to live on that continent. I'm surprised the cats didn't come here.
Nitree's thoughts.
They have reached the 25th floor. They should have developed guns and flight transport by now, though it seems technology was monopolized by others. That left some people living in villages. Interesting.
Nitree and Aira get closer to the city. They land a bit far off and hide their wings. Nitree's wings retracted into her body as Aira's wings just disappeared. They start to walk towards the city, taking their sweet time to see the walls of the city.
AU. Information. Notice, Emma's presence had this effect. Nitree and her kin does not show such obvious phenomena because they are from Earth. Notice. Teletrain. train technology that relies on wormholes to travel from one place to another. The blueprint was made by Nitri as the Cathsith achieved it. This made transport safer. Monster attacks reduce by nearly 80% on traveling vehicles. END